If you are starting a WordPress website and the word sitemap makes you nervous, I totally get it. That was me when I started my website. I'm not from a tech background, and I was genuinely worried about how I would create and manage a sitemap. But then I found RankMath, and it became ridiculously easy for me. Let me show you exactly what happened. First, let me quickly explain why I was so worried about sitemaps and why you should care about them too. Let's know the reasons. A sitemap is basically a map of your website that you give it to Google. It tells Google what pages exist in your site, when you published or updated them, which pages are most important, how your content is organized. Without a proper sitemap, Google might miss your content. It's like opening a store but not putting up signs telling people what's inside. So yeah, sitemaps are important. It's really important. And that's exactly why I was worried. I have seen people use Ghost platform to create sitemap for their custom coded websites, but I didn't have that skill. And I remember thinking, I just want to write content. How am I supposed to handle all these technical stuffs? When I decided to start my website, I made a list I needed to figure out, and sitemap was one of the priorities. I knew I needed a solution that I could manage myself without technical knowledge and without cost. That's when I started looking at WordPress SEO plugins. I installed RankMath for handling SEO activities, and luckily I found my headache regarding sitemap has an easy solution in it. I have another video where I have described the reasons to choose RankMath among other SEO plugins. Hope that will help you in your decision making. I'll put the link in the description. I tried RankMath because it had amazing reviews and was free to start. But I was confused and didn't know much that it would solve my sitemap problem so completely. After installing RankMath from the plugin directories, it took me a few minutes to get started, and the setup wizard was so helpful. And inside RankMath, I found that they will create my sitemap automatically. Wait, what? Automatically? Yes, you have heard it correctly. It gets better. RankMath doesn't just create a sitemap, it also creates it automatically the moment you activate the plugin, updates it automatically every time you publish new content, submits it to Google Search Console for you, handles all the technical XML stuff in the background, lets you customize what to include without touching any code. I saw the option your sitemap index can be found here, and I visited my sitemap. It was professional, properly formatted, and ready to go. The thing I was most worried about, done in a few minutes, without writing a single line of code, without paying anyone, without needing to understand the technical details. I literally sat there thinking, that's it. It just works. Yes, it just works. Let me show you how simple RankMath makes sitemap management. To get started, go to your WordPress dashboard, then go to RankMath plugin, then go to sitemap settings. Under general settings, you can see that you will find the link of your website sitemap. Then links per sitemap, that means the number of links you want to add in your sitemap. Then image in sitemaps, then include featured images, then exclude posts, then exclude terms, and you have the guidelines regarding everything just below the toggle on or toggle off button. And no worries, I will be showing you their guide that shows you exactly how you can get started with everything available in sitemap. Then in HTML sitemap, if you toggle this off, Generally, it remains in this way. So there is nothing here. So once you toggle on, you have various options here that you will be able to see in their guide what are these things mean and how you can configure those. For now, I'm keeping it switched off. Then comes posts. That means whether you want to include your posts in your sitemap or not. And you can see the link of the posts sitemap. Then comes pages. So it's similar to the post. If you want to add your post in the sitemap, just toggle on this. Then comes attachment. So if you want to include the attachments in the sitemap, once you toggle on, you have few instructions here that you need to go through. Then comes categories. Whether you want to add the categories in your sitemap, and you can see the link of your categories sitemap. Then comes tags, whether you want to add them in your sitemap or not, and the link. So that's very easy. So as I had been telling you that they have the detailed guideline with everything they have in the sitemap so that you can get started very easily. So here, how to configure sitemaps in RankMath. If you go through, firstly, they have a video tutorial for you ready. Then you can see that they have a description of everything, every feature their sitemap includes. You can go through this one by one, or the specific point where you need to get started or you need the help. So you can see that they have described everything for you, and these are very easy to understand. You just go through and learn everything at once. So I would recommend you to go through this post before you start customizing your sitemap so that you get an overall idea and it makes it easy for you to get started with sitemap. And as I was telling about HTML sitemap, they have another detailed guide on HTML sitemap where you can see everything regarding HTML sitemap, what it means and what are the things you need to take care while you want to create HTML sitemap. RankMath automatically pings Google whenever your sitemap updates. You don't have to do anything. And because RankMath integrated with Google Search Console during setup, your sitemap is already submitted and being monitored. Compare this to what I was worried about. No manual XML file creation, no complicated configurations, no ongoing maintenance, no technical knowledge needed. RankMath just handles it, all of it in the background, while you get time to focus on creating content and other important tasks. So what happened after RankMath solved my sitemap worry? My content started getting indexed by Google faster. I could see in Google Search Console that my sitemap works perfectly. And most importantly, I stopped worrying. That mental relief. That's worth so much. I went from feeling intimidated by SEO to actually understanding and managing it. If you are someone who isn't from a tech background, is starting your first WordPress website, feels worried about technical SEO stuff like sitemaps, wants a solution that works without complexity, then RankMath is absolutely for you. You don't need to hire a developer. You don't need to learn XML. You don't need to use external platforms like Ghost. You just need RankMath. Here is what I want you to do. Install RankMath from your WordPress plugin directory, and it's free. Go through a few minutes setup wizard. Let RankMath automatically create and manage your sitemap. Stop worrying and start creating content. Start with the free version. The sitemap feature is completely included there. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more WordPress tips for non-tech people. Got questions about sitemaps or RankMath? Drop them in the comments. I'm happy to help because I have been exactly where you are. Thanks for watching.